Let's do it.
It's Sim time. It's Comicsgate Tonight time with Adam Posed and Sim. How's it going, everybody? Great to be here with Sim. When I started in Comicsgate, one of the first people that hooked me up with Sim, Red Gaze and Simon and Jason, who I haven't seen around lately, but he's good people.
Also known as Starcast.
Yeah, he's known as a few things. But he is known as
Leave it at that.
Shadowhawk, good to see you, man. How have you been? Shadowhawk, it's every
What's
night
up?
you me and Shadowhawk. Mighty Joe.
Hell.
Mighty Joe, what do you know? Good to see you, man. How are you? All right. Well,
it's nice to be here. It's been a while.
Sim, yeah, we haven't talked for a while, and it's been just hectic or whatnot. And I realized, you know what? The thing I need to be doing is I need to be out with CG. I need to be like seeing my CG peeps and just trying to have, everybody on. I'd like to do a big show. That's like a really entertaining show where we go over like pop culture, but it's like, you know what? It's hard and then you kind of don't have room for everybody,
And then it's scheduling everybody because not everybody's on the same time zone either.
It's not. Yeah, you just can't. So it's almost like, the one cool thing I know I could always do, and I always had a great time doing, and I could give back. And I'm really kind of very interested in people's individual projects. Like just have somebody on, talk to them, find out what's going on with them, find out what's going on with their projects, what comics they're working on, and then just take it where it goes from there. Good to see you, Scotsman TV, the amazing colorist, and Shadowhawk yet again, Mark Middleton, who we were just on with last night, talking Grave Robber.
And I don't know if you heard about this, but you know that me, Scottman, Inkspot, and Beacon formed Inkslayer, which is a production studio.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah,
I'm going to be the penciler mainly. Scottman was a professional inker, so he's picking up his ink again.
Oh, excellent.
Inkspot coloring,
Yeah, the possibilities with CG are endless. And Sim, so yeah, I want to just like really, I thank you before, but thank you again, like really making it so easy for me to get in with other comics guys, introducing to other people, you, Red Gaze, and it would really just like the first people. And I was like, even like really, we were talking about Jason a minute before. And I try to recommend this to everybody is, first of all, CG is really cool. No channel is too small. The smaller, the better when you're first getting started to be on. Because I was on one interview with Jason and we talked for 45 minutes and I didn't know if I could ever like talk for 45 minutes, one-on-one with somebody on stream. Never did it before.
So the first time I did a stream, the first time I went on stream, I was having a panic attack, like anxiety, like sweats and shit. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I used to go to cons and not have an issue. And it's that reflection in my mind during a stream that just went, oh, okay, I'm cool now.
Yeah, but the thing is, you just got to get into it. It is scary for people who haven't done it before. It's like very like disorienting. You don't know if you're going to sound good or you
don't want to fuck up.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up. Exactly. And you just get into it though, and you guys make it easy. So I appreciate it. Good to see Hex Allen. A lot of great indie creators tonight. Mighty Joe, and we were just talking about the ace himself. What up, Edwin? Good to see you, my man. And we're definitely gonna have you on if you're available, Edwin, to talk about your project when you're ready. And who else we got? Oh, Back and Tales of Natverse. Yeah. Now this is your project. This art really kind of caught my eye. So whatever just kind of jumps out at me, I make that the main art for the image when I'm gonna do a show. So is this your art?
Yep. That's me. That's me that penciled, and Scottman did the final inks on it, and he colored it.
Well, you guys make a great combination. That's really good. Is this a particular style you do, or this?
It's what we were trying.
You know what I'm asking?
It's like I've always tried. Good. Thanks.
Like really, like I'm like looking at this, like wow, this is really really cool, and the other stuff's cool too. But this is just. I don't know why. Why is this jumping out at me, and I like this so much?
Because it's because we're trying to reach that perfect mix between like the flashy, gritty, heavy metal ish type, and Madhouse Animation, the ones that did Redline, Akira, Ninja Scroll. We're trying to get that type of rendering. So it's like we're trying to go anime, but even hyper. Like imagine like we're doing heavy metal, the animated movie. But really push, you could say.
Well, it's really working, man. I really like the look of it. So tell me, like Tales from the Natverse. This is how many pages is it? And what are we looking at? What is this? What is Tales from the Natverse?
Right now it's 80 pages. It has about 72 to 74 pages of story. It's 5 short story
That's
in one
80
book.
pages.
Yep, it's 80
Wow.
pages.
Okay.
And it's full colored. The thing that changed from when I launched is before I was reprinting the first 3 stories as if, because I didn't have the black and whites. I only have the what I saved from the old print files, right? But the thing is, I found the black and whites, and Scottman is recoloring all of it. So everything's getting recolored, including the old stuff.
All right. Now I don't know what the old stuff or the new stuff is, but so
hmm
just story wise, Tales from the Natverse. What is the Natverse?
The Natverse is where Nat the Merc lives, and the entire premise started because I started working on Nat the Merc, an animated series in college. It was supposed to be a 3D animated series. That's how I started working on it.
Okay.
And it was for at the end of my college, was for the end of the year, when you graduate type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I graduated, and then I put it on the side. And in 2012, I got approached by Zidara 9. That was a sci-fi anthology series, like a heavy metal but in black and white. And they
Mm-hmm.
wanted to print. They wanted me to work for them and bring some stuff there. And I brought Nat the Merc. So Tales from the Natverse was born from me building that big story of Nat the Merc and going, let's do the Bible and write all the backup stories on characters and stuff like that. And then I started thinking to myself, why don't I just tell short stories of them? Like, like the idea was to try and like self-contained short stories. Then I introduce you Nat and different characters until you realize that they're all in the same universe, and then I start the book. And that's how I started back in 2012 in that magazine. But that magazine got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So this is me bringing everything back and completing it and continue it. I have 3 Tales from the Natverse plan, and that lays the ground, the universe. It's like a world building. It's like I want to make sure that when you start reading the Nat the Merc series, you start off knowing pretty much what he knows, right? And you know that there's a living universe around him. There's Rose being a pirate. There's Loani being a merc on her side. There's the Federation doing their thing. There's multiple characters everywhere, and you're aware of what Nat knows, because Nat doesn't know anything about his past other than he was born and raised by an assassin droid.
All right. So this is a science fiction world.
Yep.
Earth is not involved in this, or it is?
No, not
Not
really.
right now. Not
Nope.
right now. Okay. Yeah, I did it off-world.
It's really it's
Off-Earth
somewhere
science.
in space, and it's always it always open like that, somewhere in space. I don't precise it. It's somewhere in space.
And
But
eventually,
Nat is the only one that has human from Earth DNA. That's why I'm like,
a little bit of Earth, that
yeah,
part, but not the planet.
exactly, just him.
Got it. Not the planet. All right. So now, does this relate to Blood Hunt at all? Your other
Nope,
character?
nope,
Okay.
has
Blood
nothing to
Hunt
do
is
with Blood
separate.
Hunt.
Okay. Blood Hunt is separate.
It's different universe. Like another thing I'm going to be introducing when I'm done with Nat the Merc is I'm bringing back the Wolf Dragon, which is my supernatural universe, which includes the Mona. Remember the Mona with the red couch?
The red
Yep.
curtains, I think.
And
No?
that's where Vincent fits in.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. So you've planned it out. You have more stuff to introduce.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Now this campaign has already run. It's currently in demand though, and you are continuing to fund, and it's very cool. So 80 pages is a damn good sized book. You already fulfilled, of course, Blood Hunt.
Mm-hmm. And right now you can have the some of the leftover first print, and if you buy the digital copy of Blood Hunt, you get it. I send it to you right away.
You get that immediately. You're
Yep.
not gonna make them wait. All right, that's
Nope.
cool. All right, so how many different stories are in here? 5?
5 short stories. I introduce you. You have two stories of Nat.
List
You
of
have one
stories.
story of Rose. Then after that, you get the Royal Rumble that introduces you Elrica, Queen Elrica, and then you have the Nat and Zed story, which is the one that the newest one, you could say.
All right, so describe Nat. Like, what's his deal? What is he? He's the guy in the middle. This dude.
Yep.
All right.
Nat, what's his deal is that he's one, without telling you what it is, but that's not a cybernetic arm to start off with. He was born with it, and all he knows is that he's from an forgotten and non-existent anymore, extinct DNA, right? So technically, it was a bunch of alien called the engineers, which are like tall grays, the way they look, and they were going around trying to reproduce a DNA strand of an ancient species, And they've been doing experiment going around every type of world and dimensions until they found that one and they made Nat, right? So all he knows was that he was made in a laboratory. The Federation sent droids to, kill everybody, but the droid decided to save him and become his dad. So he's been raised by an assassin droid that used to be from the Federation, right? And he's been a mercenary since he's been a kid. So in Tales from the Natverse, you'll get to see him being a merc as a kid as well, because when he meets Rose, they're both teenagers.
All right. So he's a mercenary.
Yep, he's a mercenary living the life of an outlaw, technically in space.
All right. And is he primarily an assassin, or he also does?
He's a mercenary. I call him the intergalactic man of action.
Okay, man of action. That's pretty cool.
Intergalactic man of action.
Okay. So if you need something done and you don't know the A-team's number, you call.
The way that he's a merc, you know how in Firefly, you find a job, keep flying type of thing. That's pretty much it. Like he'll do anything that give him action because he needs action.
Now, who are these guys he's hanging out with?
Zed, that's his best friend that he technically grew up with, and he's a top mechanic. While Nat has a tendency of being able to technically hack any technology, and he's good with any technology, a bit like Forge was in X-Men. So he can technically act anything that he touches with that blue arm, and that blue arm can become a blade and claws and so on and so forth. Rose is the queen of pirates, and
Rose is the pink hair girl.
Yep, and you get to discover how she gets to be the queen of pirates in that story. And she was technically saved by Nat and Zed because they're the one that gave her cybernetic implants. Bob in the back, that's his dad. And Queen Elrica, well, you get to know who she is in there.
Bob is a robot.
Bob is an android.
Robot dad.
Yep.
Okay, yep. Android dad. And the blue girl has a sword and she hangs out with them?
She's the queen of Seltonia. So when you get to meet her in the story, she's doing a ritual, which is every 100 years they meet up. Every royalty representative of every planet of that system meet up at her, at the dome, you could say, right? And they have to fight, and the survivor gains immortality for 100 years and the control of all the supplies of that system.
100 years is pretty good.
Well, immortality doesn't mean that she can't be killed. She just doesn't grow old.
Doesn't grow old. Okay, that's pretty good. Basically, be hot for 100 years. I thought only I could do that.
And Loani, the green hair girl there, you get to see her a bit in the story, but you get to know her in number 2. She's the first and only fully synthetic living being.
Wait, which one is that? The other
green hair girl, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about her actually. Okay, so she's synthetic.
Yep.
But she's biological.
Yep.
So she was created. Do we find out who she was created by?
She was created to be the body replacement of Rose.
Oh.
Because Rose was dying from cancer and she was left for dead. Her father was trying to create the body, and he got murdered and she was raped, left for dead by the pirates. So that's why she goes back and gets revenge and becomes the queen of pirates. And Rose becomes Loani, she gets sold and she becomes sentient. So
pretty interesting. So it's a whole big story, a lot of adventure going on here, a lot of stuff. This is your guys' art as well, you and the Scotsman?
I've been working on this since 2009. This is Michael Beacon's colors.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there, he went Super Saiyan on colors working on this. It's taken longer to blend, but it's coming out great.
Yeah, his colors are great. I really like trying to remember
here's the pages. The 7 Legions.
Oh, stuff you guys are okay.
So you get to see some of his colored pages, and as soon as I get colored pages, I'll replace the colored pages when I get them from Scotsman as well.
Nice. Very cool.
This is where they get to meet, and you have Darius that comes in and he breaks the ritual. The ritual is supposed to be a one-on-one until the final winner's face, but she decides to go full Royal Rumble because he dishonors her. So she decides to face them all.
You're working on this with Steve Dye is helping on the editing?
Yep.
How is he to work with? He's pretty great, right?
Yep. I write my stuff, I send it to him, he sends me notes.
That's excellent. Yeah, he's very good with sorting stuff out. And I
Hmm.
wrote an article, just an article, and Steve edited it and made it so much better.
Yeah, he's
He's
great.
really
He's great,
nice.
and when you need him to put your file together for the magazine for the comic,
Oh, he knows how to do that stuff too.
yeah, it's pretty. He's pretty
Oh,
fast too.
great, great. Yeah, he's. Oh, yeah. He has
Yeah,
a lot of background in magazines.
he did my print file for Blood Hunt, and he's the one that did my digital copy too.
What up, Violet? Good to
What's
see
up,
you.
Villain?
Hey, Michael Bancroft. Compliments from
What's
Michael
up,
Bancroft.
Bancroft?
I think he's talking about me though. No, he's
Oh
talking
yeah,
about your art.
you're looking great.
Yeah, I can't help it. I try to play it down a little bit because I want to focus on
It's
the
like you're
project.
shaving up 5 years in the last few months.
Well, my thing is, I'm trying to get people to focus on the projects, because I don't want them just looking at me. I want them looking at, your project, supporting your project, backing it. But I am a distraction as much as I try not to be. Um, Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, the colors are really interesting. And it's great that, like, you've been working on this
Hmm.
forever. It's like we can't really do our projects. Really, we can't without Comicsgate.
Hmm.
We kind of really can't. So,
And another thing that's fun with this campaign that some people don't realize it, even though it's written on the campaign.
what's that?
The first 200 physical book backer, they also get a sketch card with the book.
So you get a free sketch card
Yep,
with the first 200 if you're one of the first 200 backers. It's a great
of a
idea
physical book. Yep.
of a physical book.
And right
Cool.
now, all shipping to US is only $15 if you buy 1 to 2 books.
And you're shipping out of Canada, right?
I'm shipping it out of Canada to Beacon, and he's gonna reship them. That's why we could shave up that money.
Oh, nice.
We can just charge 15 instead of 25 like people are.
Yeah, 25. Oh, really? Is that international standard is 25 now?
International is pretty much 22. I used to charge 20. Remember with Blood Hunt?
Yeah.
Because I'm
So
like, I'll take the rest off the the
is
print.
that in silly Canadian money or US money?
US money. It costs you guys $22 to send me something.
Ah,
But
wow.
if you use a mailer,
Okay.
get
Yeah.
it. If you're in the box, if you're using an envelope with
Mm.
cardboard, it will be cheaper.
Okay. Yeah, they did raise the rates. They do keep doing that. Now you're tight with Simon Bisley somehow. Simon Bisley is super CG. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, he
he
was
is.
kind of a mentor to you, right?
But he was not really a mentor to me. That was more like Michael Turner. I used to meet him regularly every year, and we used to just like I bring my pages. He would give me pointers and stuff like that. Bisley is the guy that I used to go grab a beer after a Comic Con.
Mm.
He loved my he really liked Nat, but he loved Wolf Dragon more. Like my Wolf Dragon is more his stuff too. It's like the last dragon born in human form.
Mm.
He and with a big sword, so he loves it.
So this is an 11 by 17 ink
Ink
wash.
wash. Yep.
Is that of Nat?
Yep.
Okay.
And
And
that was made like 4 years ago.
will this be published in the book?
That's actually an unlockable print in the stretch goals, and you can buy it on on the
The
campaign.
original.
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. We'll check it out. Yeah,
These
it's
are
great that Phil got him in there too on his Lost
hmm
pages.
these are the 6 a.m. stickers right now.
Oh, 6 a.m. is awesome.
The three guys like Nat, Zed, and Bob are unlocked. We're trying to get to 7,500 and unlocking all the three girls there. And another thing we unlock is, like I said before, we unlock the remastering, so that's what we're doing.
So you're getting more stickers as the stretch goals are unlocked. All right, cool. We'll
Yeah,
check out the stretch goals.
and they're all individual, so you can do your own mock-up if you want. And that's the interior back cover that Inkspot colored.
Nice. Tight
I thought
jeans.
I
Tight
thought
pants.
I thought it was fun to show his back in the interior back cover.
Yeah, guys like butts too. Why not? She's cute. She's the clone, right?
Yep, she's the synthetic being. Yep.
Synthetic.
And that's going to be the cover for Tales from the Natverse 2. And if you notice, that's Inkspot doing a fully painted over my pencil.
How do the neons print? Have you done some test printing with this neon coloring? Does it look the way you want?
Yep, because right now my guys are pro colorists, so they choose colors that go in CYMK. They don't
Okay.
just color RGB.
Cool. Very cool.
Hmm.
Nat Prelude. What's the prelude?
The
Oh.
Prelude, that was technically like that's the only story that stays black and white because it's all penciled, and I
Mm.
still have the original pencils of this, and it's because it's like the imagine we just go back in time and I didn't want to go precise anything and I just left it in pencil because it's how Nat is born. You
Very
get to see
cool.
the two humans, the couple that gets abducted and experimented on
I'd like to
until
be
that is one.
abducted every now and then.
I don't know if you see what they do to you, like look at what they did to him, to her. You would like to get that done to you?
Well, I think I would have a good time. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd give it a shot.
If you're into probing, you know.
Mark Middleton says, I love the colors on this. Yeah, Mark,
Well,
it's
thanks.
interesting, isn't it? Yeah, he has interesting colors on Grave Robbers too. Yeah, I mean, because we can do whatever we want. You really can do whatever you want now, almost with printing. So you can really choose the colors you want and just kind of
Yeah.
really design it and do a test print cheaply and be like, yeah, this is really what you wanted.
And we get a
That's
bit, and we also get a little bit more control since we use digital print press.
Oh yeah, we got like
Mm-hmm.
pretty much unlimited control. And yeah, and what's his name? Steve Dye is really good with pre-press stuff.
Yep.
So he'll tell you what'll work, what won't work.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't
All
mess
right.
around.
So this is not your first campaign. Was
Nope.
Blood Hunt your first campaign?
Bloodhound was my first successful campaign because I tried a campaign on Kickstarter like in 2016.
All right, it was your first campaign.
So it's my first campaign that was successful.
Forget that history. We don't need to know that history.
So Bloodhound was my first campaign. It was fully fulfilled
as promised, looking gorgeous.
Yeah. And so far, people tell me they loved it, and you know it came with a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Are you doing drawn-in tiers on this one?
And that one, nope.
Because on Blood Hunt you did. I remember I was on with you and Jason, and I was just getting started as an early show, maybe the second show I was ever on. And you were explaining, you're like, Adam, you should think about like these drawn-in tiers. I'm like, well, it's something you have to manage. It seems like a hassle. And you're like, look at this tier, like $400 for somebody to get killed by a werewolf. And I was like, wait, what? Who would want to get killed by a werewolf for $400? And it was.
And they
Jason.
Both sold.
And it was Jason. And it was him, the
Jason
guy
and Chris. Yeah, Jason and Chris.
Jeez, lunatics. But you know what? It is cool. I guess you look at it, it's like you are kind of immortalized, and you can show it to people, and they'll be like, "This is amazing."
But they weren't just showing up in there. They were actually like two goons, right? And they were you saw them transform into like their werewolves, fight Vincent, and for like a few pages.
It is cool. It is cool. It's a good idea, and that's something to think about, guys. You have to manage it. So I would definitely, if anyone's thinking about doing drawn-in tiers and you haven't done them before, talk to people like Sim is one of them, people who've done them before and kind of managed it and it worked out and how to price it. I had Mark on, who's doing Grave Robbers. Just last night we were talking about drawn-in tiers, and I was mentioning you, and he had like I think 3 spots and he sold them out. And I was looking at it with him, and I'm like, "Well, what do you think this means?" And he's like, "Probably I should do another one." Probably,
yeah, people like it. Yeah,
I'm not. Look, I make mistake after mistake when I'm doing these. I try to make each campaign better. It's really hard. I'm not the artist. I can't, control all this stuff. And so getting people drawn in, you have to coordinate and stuff. But it does look good, and especially if people are buying them and they're supporting them, they're interested. So it's just good to talk to other creators. You get these ideas. Yeah, you can find Sim on Twitter and bother him, and he's a great guy, and he'll help you out.
Yeah, and if you send me a DM, I usually answer. But if I don't within 3 days, send me a WhatsApp because it happens.
A WhatsApp would just be like, hey, just another DM, right?
Yeah, because sometimes you just don't see it, or they get lost, or sometimes you go, oh, I'll get back to him, and whoops.
Yeah, you think you did. I've done that before, and then you've like, oops, I never did. Especially if you're not connected to someone on Twitter and it puts it in that thing on the top, and it's like, sometimes I don't see those for a couple of months.
That's why I tell people, don't be shy. The worst you'll get is no.
But a drawn-in tier is, if you do it right, you can budget about $1,000, $2,000, well, at least $500.
It depends what you do with it. If you're just doing a cameo, like you appear, then you could do them cheap, right? So you could do many, but cheap, right? They just show up in a crowd.
But you could say, like, I want to generate $1,000 in revenue from drawn-in tiers, and maybe even $1,000 to $2,000, depending on what the opportunities are. And it can be, obviously, it's specific to the project. In my case, I do I have a zombie comic series, so you could be killed by a zombie, or you could kill a zombie, or you could get killed by a cheerleader zombie or something like that. There's interesting stuff you can do, but it depends on the project. But it's worth looking into. But it's very cool. You've already delivered that. You've got this project, 80 pages, not bad. So $25 US. This is featured. So this is Tales from the Natverse. Now this looks like it's a new feature tier. Like it's a new.
Yeah,
There's only one.
the thing is I went in because I got the final colors for the cover.
Hmm.
The thing is I took out
Oh, you updated the image.
I updated the image. I changed the perk. I just remade the same perk, right, with the new thing, and I deleted because right now the exclusive cover that was there before is not available anymore.
Not available. Hey, these things can't be available
Yeah,
forever.
they were
I
it
really
was
like
exclusive.
the polish and the presentation of this art. So good for you and Scotsman. And yeah, I mean, you keep producing stuff like that. People are going
He's
nuts for it.
he's nailing it, and like I really love my Inkslayer brothers. We're
Cool.
doing a great job.
Great teamwork. You guys obviously have the passion. So 80 pages? 80 pages.
Yeah,
Color.
like Bloodhunt. Bloodhunt was 80
Fantastic.
pages too.
Hey, you deliver the goods. All right, so 25 bucks on that. Let's look at this tier. Digital TFTN.
Mm-hmm.
Tata for now? No.
Tales from the Natverse.
Tales from okay, this is the digital version of the book.
Yep.
2 claimed.
And that was the exclusive cover that nobody else is that's not available anymore.
Okay. Yeah, some people like digital. They save on the shipping, and I know Phil is doing that on Lost Pages too, and he sold a
And
few of
yeah,
those.
and you'll notice that when you do them, there's many people that will buy your tier and buy an extra digital copy.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's a good sneaky thing to know.
They come in and they
I'm
give you
learning tricks.
for them for some of them it's like, hey, I'm buying a digital copy to have it on my thing, and some of them is I'm just giving you an extra $20.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. I had over 36 copies of digital copies sold on Bloodhunt.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm. And as
And
soon
here's
as
more Bloodhound Digital. You're selling
yeah,
more of them.
yeah, I put it up and I sold
Cool.
2 in the same day, and I emailed them right away.
Yeah, I mean the whole print versus digital thing. You just have to find what works for you. It's the same thing with page count,
Mm-hmm.
pricing, and all that stuff. You have to find what works for you. Depends on what your costs are, but that's cool.
Yeah. And what I apply to my pricing for digital is I take off the price of printing. That's it.
It's fair.
Because to me, it's the same product, right?
That's very fair.
I just don't have to print it. Yeah.
And then you also, of course, not charging shipping, so it winds up being cheaper than print less shipping. That's reasonable. What's the sim pack?
The sim pack, that's you get to have a first printing of Bloodhunt with it, and also coming with it is one of those sexy prints that used to come with Bloodhunt.
Nice.
So you get both comics sent to you, and like I said before, it's only $15 to ship to US.
Very reasonable. I like sexy. I'm big on sexy.
Did you ever see that sexy print? You saw it where Vincent is holding the cups.
He's
behind the girl and he's holding her boobs.
Yeah. That I think I have seen.
That's the print you're getting.
How the hell would I have missed that? All right, so that's a damn good print. Definitely worth getting this impact. Mm-hmm. You've got the Tales from Natverse sketch cover. So the sketch cover is an original art sketch cover.
Yeah, and the sketch cover
of the book.
Yeah, and the sketch cover is front back, and you'll have the logo on it. And I'm not just going to give you a head sketch on it. You're getting a sketch cover. So that's why it's $150. It's not just a little, quick thing I do in an hour or two. I'm drawing you a cool little cover, and you get to pick which character you want to be the star of from the Natverse. That's the only thing. It has to be from the Natverse.
All right. Can't be Adam Post.
Nope.
You can make an exception. Put me in the Natverse. If he puts me in the Natverse, then it can be me. But for time being, no, it cannot. Nat by the Biz. Simon Bisley's original art by Simon Bisley.
That's 11 by 17, and I sent it to you in a nice tube, so it doesn't get damaged.
Very cool. Very cool.
And it's beautiful.
Definitely cool to see original Simon Bisley art. And it's less expensive than what Phil is selling. So if you want some Bisley art on the little bit less expensive, you're good to go right there. Oh, that is really, really cool. So you're going to make a print of that also?
Mm-hmm. And right now, like I said, we had 3... Yeah, it unlocks at 10K, I think. Right now, we have 3 stickers unlocked and 2 prints. Because right now, people, if you're buying the book at 25, if you're getting 3 stickers...
Yeah, let's see what the stretch goals are. They're right over here, right?
Yep, you're getting right now. You're getting the 3 boys, right? And I had other tiers for the 100 backers. So and that unlocked 2 prints. So you're getting a print of the that painted cover that you saw before that Inkspot is doing, and you're
Mhm.
gonna be getting the Beacon cover printed. And as soon as I get more backers, I think it's 150. I think I said, I'm gonna unlock the Scotsman Nat and Z cover.
Cool. All right, and 7,500. Yeah, 3 more stickers
Hmm
for all physical book bookers. That's
And
cool.
10K, we unlocked the Simon Bisley and a Joe Ball, because Joe Ball did a mixed media of Nat too.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, it's great to see Joe's work getting around. He did some really great work for Phil, and the coloring was excellent. Very tough to find good coloring for Joe. I
Yep.
like what his Wenger book came out good, Super Harem, but it's
No,
not easy work to color as you so detailed.
the guy that they use in the Lost Pages nailed it.
Yeah, he's really good. Oliver, I think it is. I'm
And
probably remembering wrong. So
and at 15K, this is where you'll like it, because this is where I unlocked the swimsuit special.
swimsuit. All right, now this is getting into my area. Swimsuit. Not Adam wearing a swimsuit.
In the beginning, it was like an ashcan,
Mhm.
right? But when we went in demand, I decided to include it in the book because it's gonna be way simpler to just add pages than, you know, starting to a second print
So
for a
what do
second
you?
book.
10 extra pages. Oh my God! So you went from 80 to 90
Uh-huh.
pages of
Yep.
swimsuits. Okay, yeah. You get the 15
And
large, we can do it.
some of the guest artists is Canales, Carla, and I had Anthony for the three
How the
first
hell is
ones.
Canales? I haven't seen him lately.
He's doing great, dude.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, it's a bit rough where he is, like, in the lockdown,
Oh
but
yeah,
yeah, other than that, he's doing
yeah. He
great.
can handle that.
And
He's staying busy. He's working, right?
hmm and after that, the more we go, the more I add pages. So every time there's a stretch goal, it's gonna be 10 more
Okay.
pages to that swimsuit special. And after that, it becomes its own book.
If you get to 100 grand, you will go on a worldwide journey. I'm sure, or something. Buy a boat and start sailing.
Oh, dude, at past 20K, I was making. When it passes 20 pages, it becomes its own floppy.
Jumps out on its own.
hmm
Very cool. All right, what other projects do you have? Do you have anything you're doing a sign up for now or anything?
Right now, I don't have a sign up ready for nothing, but I'm working on the Inkslayer magazine project that we got planned for me and the rest of the guys, which is
Okay.
technically a big magazine size book. And you're gonna have between 4 to 5 IPs in there of 20 page. So technically, imagine you have 5 floppies in one big book.
Nice. So like a 100-page
Five,
book.
yeah, 5 different IPs.
Excellent. Excellent.
And right now,
Very
I'm
cool.
also considering doing a black and red or a fully colored version of Blood Hunt, because people are asking for it. And I'm also working on Tales from the Natverse too. I'm almost done the first short story.
Fantastic. And this, we're planning to ship this.
In February.
February is a little too soon, no?
I was supposed to. No, not really.
It's next month.
Yeah.
Time flies, man.
That's what I'm saying. The colors just take a bit longer than planned. It's just that.
How is Scotsman on coloring? Is he pretty fast?
Yeah, but he did 200 colors pretty quickly. At 200 pages. The thing is, you need to come in and then they technically have to rework and discover a style of coloring you. Like, he never really colored me before, right? That cover was him finding his.
Yeah. This really came together great.
Like the first piece he did was the Nat and Z cover that you see Nat and Z back to back. That was the first one he ever did. And then when he nailed the cover, I'm like, okay, yeah, you found it. You freaking found it.
Yeah.
Like, that was the first one. Yep.
Yeah, it looks great.
It was great.
Great collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool.
I'm telling you,
he colored all of Xenotype too, didn't he?
Yep.
Fantastic. It's a lot of work. Good. Well, it's just great to see everybody working together, doing projects, expanding, successful.
Did you ever check? Did you ever check the trailer?
No. Is there a video?
Mm-hmm.
Let's play it. It's Natverse time. Hopefully, I got my audio on. Probably do.
Tales from the Natverse. This ongoing anthology collects short stories introducing characters within the Natverse, and are all connected to the main series, Nat the Mermaid. This 64-plus page perfect-bound anthology series collects short stories introducing Nat, Moani, Rose, Zed, and other characters within the Natverse that you'll get to know and love in this prelude. This volume contains 2 previously published Nat stories, as well as the previously published Helena Rose stories, introducing you to those characters. In addition, you'll also be receiving 2 brand new stories by Simon Sim Paultier. Royal Rumble, colored by Seven Legions Michael Beacon. Also, Nat and Zed, colored by Spartan Scotsman of Xenotype. Arm up and fire off into the Natverse.
Cool, with the animation at the end, because I know you know animation. That's great.
I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, man, definitely. Congratulations. Really nice. And you have Red Gaze. I'm like, whose sexy voice is that? I'm like, oh,
yeah, Red Gaze made the video. It's
Red
dude,
Gaze.
He's freaking awesome though.
He is. Everybody loves Red Gaze, and his voice is great. And he's got a new project coming out too. I got to get him on.
Yeah, the comic book of Sunsworn.
Yeah, it's he's worked a long time on it. And I'm really happy to see people's projects come to fruition. So I know it's almost impossible to make stuff. So when we actually just start being able to make stuff, it's a fantastic thing. Just as long as we keep our promises, and that's what you guys are doing, you can build anything based on that. So it's fantastic.
Mighty Joe says Nat and Flynn from Fatal need to team up. That could be cool. I have to admit.
Fatal, yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, that book looks great too. That book looks awesome. All right, guys, definitely back Tales from the Natverse. Sim is working hard on this. It's going to be at least 80 pages, full color. It will.
Do you want me to show you a little exclusive, like a little sample of the new pages?
You have a page to share?
Technically, as I'm doing a touch up on the last new pages. There you go.
All right, you got control. Looking good.
So, he's walking on the street with his nice little babe there, and he's getting, interrupted, cock-blocked by, some not so nice looking people.
Making trouble.
And as you can see, he's not going to put up with it. And here's another page. Split.
Nice.
So this is what you can be expecting in the book.
Yeah, that's dynamic. Almost like he's jumping on me. Keep your gun to yourself, man.
And imagine all that's going to be colored by Scottman.
Oh, Scott. All right. Scottman says, I maintain color quality you see here on the cover and the interiors as well, unlike many other titles that let their sequentials not reflect the same quality as the cover. He looks angry about it if you look at him in that picture. I think it's fantastic. I don't know what you're mad about, but yeah, guys, reach out to Scotsman if you want to have him talk to him about doing some color. I don't know anything about rates or anything like that, but he's a hardworking guy, and
he's amazing, and it's true. Like, yeah, the cover, you're not getting less colors on the pages than on the cover. He spends as much time on it.
You're getting cover rate quality.
Yep.
You say he's slow as hell? I don't believe that.
He's slow to start. When he gets his groove on, then he goes fast.
Once he understands that's great. That's
really, he's a technical person, right? He's very technical, so
he needs to work out the equations and the math and stuff.
As soon as everything's lined up, well, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, this is how we meet each other, just talking about books and talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for sharing that, guys. Back this book, but you know what? You can also share Tales from the Natverse, and just when you see it around, you can like it, you can share it again. I mean, who's that handsome bastard? When you share these books, it does help a lot. Honestly, even if people don't wind up backing the book, if they see it one time, still when we see you sharing it, it gives us a little extra boost, it can kind of just make our day. And it's so easy to do, to just kind of retweet something. You can't retweet everybody's projects all the time, every time.
And even if a project is not for, if it's not for you, it might be more for one of your friends. We don't all like the same stuff.
Yeah, but you definitely, I can tell you, because I do try to mention this, because I don't know if other people mention it or not, but man, we really appreciate it. It makes us feel like, okay, cool. And sometimes you really need to just see it that day, that like you're having a bad day, whatever it is, but you have a couple extra retweets that you weren't expecting, and it's like, you know what? Thank you. Thanks. We're gonna get this thing done. We're gonna do this thing, and we always do. We got to take Comicsgate get it taken care of. All right. Oh, if I didn't mention it, definitely subscribe to my channel as well. Click the bell for notifications. I'm having people on every night, 9 o'clock. So I'm going to have somebody else on tomorrow night. I got to kind of look at like what I have lined up, but we're going to have some other very cool people on. Pretty much everybody, in time. We're going to probably have everybody.
You had Mark yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, Mark was great. Grave Robbers. We sold a couple books too, and we all learn a lot from each other too. And I really like what Passion did on his book. He did some really great work.
I'm doing a trading card for him.
Oh yeah, he told me. Does he know? That looks great. That's a trading card?
Yep, that's a trading card.
Cover. That's for Mark Middleton's book.
Yep.
Grave Robber.
His name is Richard, and yep, that's the trading card that everybody that's going to be backing the physical book as soon as you reach 5K, which is the funding.
We got to get 5K.
You get the trading card with it.
Well, it's a great looking. So it's going to get done. You're the trading card. That's a great looking character. Passion did an amazing job designing that. Mentioning last night.
I did a great job on that book. I'm backer number 1. Yes.
That ain't easy. Excellent. All right, guys, we'll call it a night. We'll chill out a little bit, call it a night. But support Tales from the Natverse. Also, you can support my current project, The Mermaids, by Game of Thrones with Mermaids. This book will be shipping April 2021. Probably ship a little bit early, to be honest, because the whole thing is done. We're just adding some cool design maps and some other special design elements and things like that, just to kind of really show the whole world of it. It's this massive fantasy world of mermaids, and it took like 2 years. I mean, it took a long time working on this book, and it took 2 years because I didn't have a deadline, and we just kept adding more and more and more to it. And this is what got me back into comics. It's just like therapy to get me back into comics. And what a great creative team, great people to work with to put this together. And this is just the first book. If people love it, we'll absolutely have a Mermaids 2. But the focus is Mermaids 1. Already funded. We'll ship it. Very happy to do it. Really, really happy that Comicsgate was interested in it. All right, so make sure you subscribe to the bell for notifications. We want to support Tales from the Natverse. We want to support Sim, and we want to support everybody else that you guys see out there supporting other people. And you see there are guys that are out there, Tonpa's out there, Comics for Everyone, supporting people, sharing tweets, promoting. It means a lot. As much of it as you can do, it's great to do.
Can I just pass one little message before we
please do. Message it other.
With everything that's happening on Twitter, I would recommend everybody to go open a mind. So go open your mind.
Are you saying minds.com?
Minds, yeah.
Open a mind. So minds.com, and some of us are on MeWe as well.
MeWe?
Yeah. MeWe. I know Graham Nolan's on MeWe. I saw him on there. Yeah, but we'll see what's going to go on with this social media stuff. It's a bit odd, but yeah, we will, no matter what, like, lost lovers, we will find each other no matter what. But just that hashtag Comicsgate doesn't hurt. It's just another way it helps. You go on any social media, hashtag Comicsgate, and be like, hey, how are you here with this, with that, with that. Also, I want to figure out a way we can all collaborate more too, and not like just, Peter Simeti is creating his own social media on Alterna, which is probably going to be very small, and it's functional. Yeah, but beyond his newsletter, he's going to have like blog pages and stuff like that. He's going to take it like kind of to a next level.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to collaborate and use each other's energy, and really build things up. Hey, Faris, good to see you. I met Faris the other day.
Hey, welcome. Good
to see you. All right, Faris, sorry to say hi and run, but we are going to call it a night. Everybody, take a look at Minds. It's a good suggestion. You might want to take a look at MeWe too. What is it? Doesn't cost anything. You sign up, you got it. All right, and I will see you again soon with another video. You'll see Sim around, and you'll see Sim on Twitter as well. Sim, your Twitter is what?
Simon Simpatier, the same thing on Facebook. I'm on, Minds under Sim Inkslayer, and yeah, on YouTube.
Very cool. All
Oh,
right.
by the way, when we reach 500 sub on my YouTube, I'm giving away a number 300 sketch cover Heavy Metal magazine, and I'll be sketching the late Fact 2, Judy Strain.
It must be great to be an artist. I can't draw. I used to draw. I stopped drawing when I was like 11 or 12. I wasn't really good or anything like that. But if you put the time in, that's the whole game. But I just didn't have enough passion for it, I guess. All right. Well, good night, everyone. Great to see you. Thanks for dropping in on us tomorrow night. We will do another one at 9 o'clock, and it will be fun as hell. Thanks for dropping in. Have a great night, everybody. And if I don't see you,
thanks for having me.
You know how I am, Sim. If I don't see you, I will miss you. That's what I always say, and I